but now we made it back.
Toby Ryan here with more Uncut Action backstage, Austin, Texas Stubbs Barbecue, joined by the one and only Chris Cornell. Thank you so much, sir, for sitting down with us this afternoon.
My pleasure.
Evening, I guess you'd say now.
Yeah, I guess it is.
So here we are. You're 5 Soundgarden records in, 4 Audio Slave records in. There's Typical of the Dog. 3 solo records in. Married? Kid or kids?
Children.
Children. Do you sleep?
Yeah, I do.
When?
I do. I don't know. In the morning.
Mostly at night, mornings when people
No,
sleep.
I sleep like when I really get into real sleep is like about the time that I'm supposed to wake up, which is awful. I fall asleep really in the morning. Once the sun comes up is when I really kind of kick into real sleep, and then I have to wake up. And I don't know why. I'm in that. I used to work like when I had a regular job. I was like, started out as a dishwasher in a restaurant because I have no education. So that's what I was qualified for.
That's about where I'm qualified right now, too. I understand.
And, I had to get up real early, and my boss he wasn't a very nice person. That's the.
Bosses tend
I'm
not to
cleaning
be.
it up for.
I understand.
For
No, it's
TV.
okay. You say whatever you need to say.
He was nice. They had a thing about you had to be on time. So for years,
What a pain in the
and
ass.
even still now, like when I work, when I'm writing songs, whatever, I kind of work best in the mornings. I'm just like, or when I say morning, when I wake up is when I write songs. It's not like late at night, and I'm getting the mood. I write in the day, and boom, as soon as I get up.
You don't party, you don't drink and stuff, but it's not really necessary to go out. I mean, you still have fun going out on stage and performing all your songs. It's still fun, right?
Oh, it's a lot more fun, actually.
Can you recall more of it nowadays?
Well, yeah, I definitely don't remember a lot. Like, I used to never remember if I played a bit. Like, I had played Stubbs before. I have very
Absolutely.
clear
Your last time around.
clear memories of it.
Yeah,
I think
last
I
time
even
around.
remember what shirt I was wearing. The whole 90s, I don't, we would play all these places, and the band would say, yeah, we stayed in this hotel before, dude. And I'm like, it's like I'm seeing it for the first time. I don't know about you. And they would have detailed stories about different things we did in a specific part of the venue, and
Well,
I don't remember any of it. So, yeah. But mainly the thing is, it's like, I do 2 to 3 hour shows, and it used to be like I'd walk off stage at the end of a show and I just kind of collapse, and now after, even if it's a 3 hour show, I'm pretty good to go still. Like I have much more energy. It's also the focus of being on tour. The focus of being on tour should be the performance.
Yeah,
and what happens with the rock party thing is that it ends up being on a lot of other things besides that performance.
Right.
It's a lot of other things that end up becoming the priority, and I've been kind of in the middle of that. I've seen that where that's the thing you got to go do so you can get back to whatever it was you were doing.
is it difficult for you to go back and then when you play some older Soundgarden stuff to put yourself mentally in that place you were, maybe 20 years ago, and then jump into a song from your brand new album? Is it kind of difficult to jump around?
That's where the loss of memory part comes in really handy.
Yeah, when it works out well for you?
It's like I'm just sort of in the moment doing the song, and I'm loving it. And, actually the songwriting part of it, like when I wrote Black Hole Sun or I wrote like Suicide, which we're performing, I always remember exactly where I was, what I was thinking when I was doing it. I have actually never written a song musically or lyrically under the influence of anything but coffee, because I never could. I mean, I did, but I would wake up the next day and I would see it, and if it was lyrics, I would burn it, right, because it was awful. I would be like, that's the most righteous thing I've ever written. It's awesome. I'm a genius. And then I'd wake up the next day and read it and be like, and I don't, and so bad.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, something would happen to my brain. It's typical. But anyway, yeah, I never wrote anything under the influence of anything. So I do have all those memories. Like I remember, what I was thinking in every single song that I wrote, and it takes me back there to those moments, but in a good way, because it's like, for example, like when I was sitting in my house writing Black Hole Sun, or Outshined, for example, you never know that people outside your clique and your buddies are ever going to hear that.
Right.
And the fact that they did, the fact that I could create something and then lots of people would get to hear it and it becomes part of their lives. I mean, that goes actually beyond sort of comprehension to me. I sort of try to stay in my own small little world and write songs, and I respond to people one-on-one about it if a song has in some way that I've written touched them. But still, there's something. It's hard for me to really comprehend that that I'm that lucky and that I'm able to do something that can affect someone else's life like that.
Does the clarity that you have now help with songwriting, or was it pretty much easy for you all along?
Well, it's the same in terms of the writing part. The thing that's better about it is that I have a lot more energy to focus on it. Like Euphoria Morning, my first solo album, the biggest problem I had with that was like I would go in. I had like my own little studio. I rented this old warehouse and fixed it up so I could just write songs in there and demo them for the album. And it took me a really long time, and mainly because I would show up to work. I call it work. It's not really a job. I would show up to write songs, to get demos going, and I was alone, and I don't mind that. I don't mind working alone, but I'd be so hungover. I'd sit there for like 2 hours on a couch just like this.
Detoxing for a little while?
I'd just lay like this.
Vegging for a while?
And there was an espresso cart right outside the warehouse. I would go out, and I would like get a quadruple something, and
shot
drink
of
it,
latte.
and then I'd be back on the couch, and it would take me like 4 hours to really just get something going. And then some days I wouldn't get anything going because I was just sick. And now I don't have that issue.
Do you now challenge yourself a little bit more with your songwriting, or is it? Do you try and go outside the box? I mean, obviously coming back.
Then. I mean, I think Euphoria Morning is like compared to. Well, to be honest, I mean, I think within Soundgarden, I did it and we did it. We were always pushing the envelope of what we really thought we could do and what we wanted to do. And then with Euphoria Morning, I think I took a total left turn musically. It was just it was just more difficult to work, period, because of the state of mind and being I was in. Right. But the challenging myself musically part has never changed. It happens in different ways. And,
right.
In Audioslave, literally, it was the challenge of, we're going to write all these songs kind of in a room, and I'm going to come up with stuff on the spot and be singing in front of people, whatever that is, no matter what. And then, I would later go home and write words and come up with guitar parts and things like that. But to me, there was a big challenge of what if it all happens with people in a room, like it's sort of like it's supposed to, like it is when it's in your first rock band.
So right now the plan for the future, the immediate future, is just continue to tour Behind Scream and go out there and play for all the fans then?
Yeah, this is just the beginning. This is show number 4 of a 64 date tour.
Oh, so you're going to be bored for the next year then, really bored.
Yeah, exactly.
You're going to have nothing going on for the next year. Well, man, I know you got a show to get out to and perform in, like I said, maybe 2 hours. I've heard even some 3-hour shows out there every once in a while.
You have a curfew here at Stubbs.
Yeah, well,
it's outside.
We're old people here.
Yeah.
We're old. It's early, that's why. It's just Monday, that's why. But thanks so much for sitting down with us, man.
Right,
looking forward to the show. Thanks so much, and have a great time, man.
All right,
good to see you again.
All right, good to see you.